Alright guys, Route 39, where we at? Alright, we're on Ridge and Dauphin. We're going eastbound on Dauphin. It's a one-way street. We in Strawberry Mansion. We actually passed by this area briefly on the last route I did, which was the 32. So this one's going to be short. This is going to be a pretty short ride, more than likely. Because we're just going from westbound to eastbound. Alright. So yeah, anyhow. So now we are, I'm guessing this is 29th. I can tell by the KFC. Yeah. So we at 29th and Dauphin. We're just gonna go eastbound on Dauphin. This is one of those many routes that focuses on one particular street or avenue. Most routes are like that. I've been on these routes enough to notice that. Like the 39, since we're going eastbound, it's going to be Dauphin. If we were going westbound the other way, it would take Susquehanna and York. Yeah, so some of these buses take one particular street east to west and vice versa. Alright, especially since we're moving pretty fast, so this is really going to be a short one. So we're going to take this to Richmond and Cumberland. It doesn't take a long time to go like from east to west, west to east. Since we don't really have much of an east side. I mean, I could argue that Port Richmond, I guess you could kind of call that East Philly because that is a legit east side. Like outside of Port Richmond, you don't got no East Philly. As y'all can see, it's a pretty nice day out. What's this, 25th? Yes. I'm guessing that last street was probably Glenwood. That we passed Glenwood and Sedgwick. Because I know both of those streets are diagonal streets. I don't know, we going so fast I can't keep up with everything. So yeah, this is one of the toughest parts of the city. I don't care how nice the name Strawberry Mansion sounds. Okay, that does not mean anything. I'm guessing we're technically going into the Glenwood neighborhood. Wood and Strawberry Mansion they're probably both about equally as bad, if you ask me. Now, if you're from Philly and you watch the news, you probably heard about that little drug bust, fake coffee shop joint on 18th and Cumberland. We around that area. So yeah, we in the boondocks. And we're gonna stay in the rough areas. Like, this is one of those routes you're not gonna really see any like nice neighborhoods. Cause then even when we cross over to the east side, well, we got Fair Hill. Well, like on the east side of Broad Street, we got Fair Hill. Then we got Kensington. We're gonna see a little bit of West Kensington. This section can definitely be rough. 21st and Dauphin. Yeah, we're just going from North Philly West to North Philly East. Pretty simple. You might see a lot of vacant lots, ran down stores and whatnot. So I've been coming down here to Strawberry Mansion quite a bit as of late, just to get used to it. Because one time I randomly came up here down here, because I'm from uptown, so I'm north of all this, but I've been down this way more recently. And the first time I've done it, like, I would come down to like 29th of Susquehanna, 30th of Susquehanna, to where I know it's dangerous. And because I'm not familiar with the neighborhood, it scared the hell out of me. But I decided to use that fear as motivation. I mean, don't get me wrong, where I'm from is rough too. Like, I grew up in East Dogtown. I grew up around like Shoe and Shelton, so you know it's bad around here. But like, this is like one of the worst. Like, if you're not from this section of Philly, you probably don't want to be walking around here, especially at night. But I'm cool with people, so I'll be alright. Alright, so we're about to hit Broad Street in a minute. So we still going eastbound on Dauphin. So we're passing Route 2, which I've already done. I see a nice looking church in front of me, which we will pass by in a minute. I don't know if it's abandoned or what, but it looks nice. It's got multicolored windows. It's white with a coat of blue. You know you in the hood when you see a church like every block. Okay, well this side of it don't look nice, but the front of it does. Oh, another church right next to it. Damn near. Alright, so now we are about to cross Broad Street. So we by the Broad Street land. The Broad Street land. Now I come up this way sometimes too. Broad and Susquehanna, Broad and Dauphin. Because of the Crown Fried Chicken. It's nice and juicy. Depending on where you come up here and get chicken. But I would say overall, Broad and Susquehanna has the best and juiciest Crown Fried Chicken you will probably ever taste, hands down. All right, we cross up Broad Street. We go to 16. All right, now we're going to continue going eastbound on Dauphin. I'm sure the bus will make some turns off Dauphin here and there, but for the most part, we're going to remain on Dauphin, going eastbound. I know this route pretty well because I've been on it multiple times already. So I already know what we're going to see. So we are basically stepping into the Fair Hill section in a second, or Fair Hill-ish. This might be, well, technically this is more so like Hartranft. Yeah, this is Hartranft. Hartranft and Fair Hill is almost like the same neighborhood. But Hartranft is a little bit further down, a little bit further southbound. Alright, so I know I'm on 10th and Dauphin. I think we might turn off Dauphin once we hit like 5th Street.
Hey, Cheryl. I told you I was going with my caseworker today. I ain't been yet. I'm on.
Yeah, this is 10th and Dauphin. Now,
I get approved to the program.
Like this part is pretty rough around here too. There has been some shootouts down here in this section. Sometimes you might see people dipping out on pills and shit. So yeah, this area could definitely be a little iffy as we head into the Fair Hill neighborhood closer to Kensington.
I picked out a sofa. Two end tables in the front seat. And the man said he gonna throw some pillows in the girl. I was like, no, I got too much to say. I asked caseworker. I'm doing the right one. I took pictures. I said, I'm doing the right one. Show my sister. Yeah, I know. I said I had an appointment with this other caseworker today. I'm so glad I made that appointment.
Right, this
I went to about 3 o'clock.
Alright, we got a little intersection here. We're going to pass 7th, but we're also going to pass Germantown Avenue.
Around and picking out
One of the biggest streets in Philly, Germantown Avenue.
Right. And what was you my like? The love seat, the sofa is black, it's brand new seat. And the tables are, the end tables, they are black. Sure, I think it's gray and black. I know the big, oh my God, that big. That big is like, that's one of the main things that you gotta get is a front is a big. So I got that.
So yeah, folks, we stayed in the hood. Listen.
Yeah, that's where. Oh my God, it's like it feel like something that you probably got in your house. What kind of magic you got?
No, every time I help up my grandma, I do some work for her, right? She be like, it's crazy out here. Don't be going to these spots and don't be going there. I'll be like, sure, grandma. Like, look, I'm a hood nigga, man. I go anywhere. I ain't afraid of nothing. Okay? At least not for the most part. Don't be going to Kensington and none of that. These crazy areas. Man, I'm used to Kensington, man. It ain't nothing to me. You know, she was just being a grandma. I get it. Alright. So now, we just made a left, going up 5th Street. As I said we would do, we're going northbound on 5th. And if I don't name the street we pass, it's because I don't see the actual sign. Sometimes I won't see like the sign. I can see this one. This is Cumberland. Okay. So I know Huntington and Lehigh is coming up. Now we will be passing. Yeah, we'll be passing. I think the Kensington and Huntington, which is around Kensington and Somerset. So we will be passing that shortly. Let me see what street this turns on. Okay, this is Huntington, so I guess we turned on Lehigh. Not really sure which street we're turning on here. So yeah, this is basically Fair Hill. The Fair Hill section. Okay, this is Lehigh. Yeah, this is Lehigh. So we got 5th and Lehigh. Oh yeah, it's definitely rough around here. So we're definitely in the Badlands. Kensington and Fair Hill would be considered the Badlands. Those two neighborhoods in particular, and they're right next to each other. Kensington is just a little more eastbound than Fair Hill. But all right, now speaking of which, we are now going eastbound on Lehigh. We're passing 4th Street. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely familiar with this little section right here. American and Lehigh. So, nice little McDonald's that I used to go to up here. Now, I'm showing all this because tourists don't get to see this stuff. Tourists don't come up to North Philly. At least not most of y'all. So we're going southbound on American. So it's going to be a couple turns coming up. Alright, so now we're passing Huntington going southbound. And I think we're going to make another left in a second. So we can hit Kensington Ave. Nope, not turning on Cumberland. Maybe it'll be York. Oh, nope. It's going to be Dauphin. York is a one-way street and it only goes westbound. Alright, so we are heading into... Alright, so now we're heading into... Well, I guess we're in the West Kensington neighborhood. So we are going to see some of the Kensington crisis, folks. Alright. Just past second. So I know Front Street is coming up. Front Street is basically First Street. Alright, Hancock. Because once we get this far down, Kensington Street cuts off. Like before you hit the York Dauphin station, Kensington ends and merges into Front Street. Which I think I've probably explained this when I did Route 3. Yep, I already see somebody dipping out. Alright. Yep. Alright, so we hitting Kensington Ave. Alright. Oh, we're passing Kensington, so I guess we're not taking Kensington. Okay, so what's this street? Is this still Dauphin? Oh, okay, so this is Jasper. Okay. So I could assume you're going northbound on Jasper. Because Jasper has a sharp turn to it. Oh no, actually we're still going eastbound. Okay, so we're going eastbound on Jasper. Okay, so we didn't pass Huntington. because I would have to be going westbound. On the 39. So this route has to take slightly different streets depending on which direction you're going, because it's taking a lot of one-way streets. Alright. So we're going to work our way out of Kensington into Port Richmond, basically. Now we're on Cumberland. So I'm guessing we're going to stay on Cumberland. That's an Emerald. So we're going to go eastbound on Cumberland until we hit Richmond.
Cumberland and Fall Street.
Kensington High School. Okay, I didn't know there was a Kensington High School. Well, I know now. All right, and we're passing Frankfurt Ave.
For everyone's comfort, please refrain from smoking.
And I know Route 5 goes up and down Frankfurt Ave. Now Frankfurt Ave merges into Kensington before you hit Erie Torresdale Station, but Frankfurt Avenue actually continues while the L train starts running down Kensington Avenue.
Cumberland and Frankfurt for Route 5. Stop requested.
Okay. We might already be in the Port Richmond neighborhood, I could assume. So you could say we're in East Philly. As weird as that sounds, I mean, Port Richmond would be East Philly if there is one. I mean, it would be the only neighborhood that you can really call East Philly. Maybe Kensington or Port Richmond. I guess that's East Philly. I know I sound crazy saying this stuff, folks, but I'm just being technical, okay? It is on the east side. It is past Front Street, so I guess you could call this East Philly. So Port Richmond could be crime heavy too, just also because it's next to Kensington as well. So we're basically by I-95. Okay, yeah. So you know you're by I-95 once you hit Aramingo Avenue. Okay. So we about to be at the last stop. And I'm gonna check out this area a little bit because looks like we got some nice shops up here. And as you can see, there are some nicer parts of Port Richmond. It just depends on which part of Port Richmond you're in. All right, we out of here, folks.
This passenger or $8 transfer is required.
Hold on. All right.